Hey beautiful people, it's Michelle from Divine's Purpose. How are you? I'm coming on to do a reading in regards to your power. Now, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I suggest you do. I do a lot of energy reads on IGTV and I talk about healing and shadow work and more things of that nature. So I really want to come on to explain to you really a little bit more about being in your power and what that really means. There is a lot of twin flame readers on YouTube that really focus more on their divine counterparts, karmics, things of that nature. If that resonates with you, please go ahead and you can continue watching, or you can step into your power and understanding that the twin flame journey is really about Christ consciousness and understanding that you're here for a bigger purpose and mission. Therefore, you have to understand who you are, your truth, and also be in your authentic power at all times. Now, if you are still healing in the 3D matrix patriarchal system energy, then that's the shadow work 6-week program that I offer. Now, let me just continue speaking while I shuffle these cards and pull up some energies. And also, I really want this reading more to be a little bit more of an explanation more than anything else. And I don't want to make it too long. So, twin flames, what the heck is that, right? It's a level of higher consciousness beings that come in from pure unconditional love. You guys could take this as it resonates to you. But when Jesus was hung on the cross and he said, like, I'm going to be coming back, right? And it's understanding that he's not coming back as an actual individual being, because as we know Jesus from history, and I'm not talking about religious sense, just history, that he was a prophet, he was a healer, he was someone who stood in his power and knew how to really work with higher dimensional beings, ascended masters before him, angels, and of course, divine. Right? So when we're here under Christ consciousness, that energy of Christ returning was really energy of us coming back in different formats, different journeys, different people. Excuse me. So when we look at the twin flame journey, we have to understand that we are under Christ consciousness, and we are also empaths, we are healers, and we are prophets of our own right. So you have to remember that you are a chosen one. Okay? And yeah, if you are a part of this journey, yeah, you are special, absolutely. And it's not an ego thing. It's understanding that this is who you are. And now you have to realize it and go through the magical ascension and understand what this divinity is truly about and how you go about really initiating your energy as a divine feminine or masculine. Strength always comes out this week. So you met your twin flame, that you've basically set this contract in before you actually reincarnated in this life. You've lived past lives together. You understand the motion of past lives. You understand the motions of tapping into higher dimensions. You understand the motion of whatever it is for you guys. There's so much. I can continue, but I don't want to. So what I want to tell you is this, that there is this alignment that you have to follow with divine feminine, divine masculine, right? So the goal is to always look up. So divine feminine has to look up to the divine to remain in her power. And divine masculine looks up to the divine feminine to remain in his power. Now, this is not levels. What this is just the way it is divinely ordered for you to be in alignment and to rise up. Because the thing is, we're all leveling up at the same time. Therefore, there is that unity consciousness, and we understand that's one. What I'm trying to say is that we all work for the same team. We all work for the divine God. Therefore, we're all in alignment together. So if you are a divine feminine looking down at your divine masculine going, oh, where are you? I miss you. I love you. Come back to me. Here is all my unhealed wounds, yada, 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 yada. Your divine masculine pulls back and starts looking down into the lower dimensions as well. The goal of this union is for divine masculine to literally raise up the hand of the divine feminine proudly, authentically in his truth and knowing who he is, because the divine masculine's energy is all about grounding, and he's the messenger as well. And divine feminine is more in the higher realms, a little bit more in the, astral higher realms, 5D and above. And when they become whole separately first, and when they come together, and the divine masculine raises the divine feminine up publicly, in every type of way, you guys, just understanding that you are sacred feminine, sacred masculine, then you really rise up into your true purpose and mission, and why you chose to reincarnate in this life, and what your purpose and mission is to do together. A lot of twinners, they're not always romantic partners. I know that most of my clients and most of the twinners that I know are definitely romantic. And I couldn't imagine it not being, because it's such a strong pull in every sense that you have to understand that, like, this is your other half. Like, this person is mirroring you. So let's pull some energies in regards to this, because 2020 is around the corner. And I really actually need this reading today for me too, because I had something that really happened like a couple hours ago, and I kind of shook me, and I want to get back into the strength energy, okay? So let's call in spirit, guides, angels, and ascended masters, whoever want to work with me. Please draw a circle of protection around us at this time. Let's see what messages are coming forward here in regards to this being in your power. Sorry guys, my throat always acts up when I do readings. It's just the communication and revealing truths. It happens. Please understand the strength is crowning the reading today. That's understanding that this journey really requires a lot of strength, and you are strong enough to face this journey. This is a collective read. I cannot only tap into one. So if it resonates with you, great. Take what does, leave the rest, okay? We have judgment, and this is the perfect energy of December, because the thing is, this whole year was about transformation, and a lot of changes and shifts are happening. So you have to understand there is a big, big change coming, and I know you guys feel it deep down inside, but there's two groups of us going, we're so excited for it, or we're freaking scared. And the energy is fine. You have to understand that, you are getting raised up as divine feminines, divine masculines. Like, spirit is really calling us forward. Remember, you guys, whatever your journey is, wherever you are right at this current moment of time, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So first of all, let's all breathe and give ourselves a pat on the shoulders for being the bomb.com. This is not an easy journey. That's why strength is crowning the reading. But this is understanding that the lower dimensions are not allowed on this planet anymore, and we must rise up. You have to understand there's different groups of twins awakening and stepping forward, and we are really probably about, I'd probably say like the second. Then there's more coming in 2020. So we have to be ready and understand who we are, what our journey is, because we are going to be the leaders and teachers to the new twinners that are awakening to this journey, and hopefully we can give them better advice, better examples of how to go about it versus before, because we never really knew it. We just was going with the flow and really understanding twinners as a romantic thing, right? So there's a lot of cards here. Wow, 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 a lot of energies. Okay, let me just see what's going on here. Whoop. Oh, there it is. This is my twinner card. Okay, with this Six of Cups. So right now, the energy is all about remembrance. There's a lot of inner child healing right now as well. This is understanding that the two individual beings that are rising up, individually first, is coming to this beautiful, victorious energy. So it's really beautiful. This is really about marriage, foundations, and also with the Six of Cups, it's telling me there's a lot of emotional things happening here in regards to like feelings and memories, and that is very, very true as of now. We do have the Tower present because I feel like Spirit is taking anything away from us that doesn't serve. You might think like, okay, Michelle, well, that's been happening. Well, yeah, guess what? There's more layers of that. Unfortunately, we live in a very crazy world, and there's a lot of things that have to come down before we really step into our own divinity, okay? And there's a lot of truths being revealed. You're not really locked up in that illusion closet anymore, is what I'm picking up with this, because you see the choices that you have to make. There's a lot of temptation energy that is healing right now, guys. There is choices still. Don't get me wrong. We all have choices as free, sovereign beings. However, a lot of us are choosing the cup that has to do with rising up. And this is about also victory. This is my, like, you know, coming home card. With the Queen of Swords, this is about truths being revealed, a lot of materialistic things coming to an end, a lot of things coming to an end here, and we're coming into some brand new physical offers, okay? So much energy, it's a little insane. Hopefully that will clarify some energies here. I just want to tap into these cards, as these are my shadow work cards, and I always want to see what's happening a little bit more in the dark versus the light, because that's the only way we're going to rise up, y'all. Number 38, number 11, deceit. Then we have 2, the warrior. Okay, what else is going on here? Choices and home. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let me pull it out as it came up. So we have these 2 cards right here. This is understanding the deceitful ways that you used to live your life. Maybe you didn't really fully understand who you were, or you were really in denial. This is understanding the warrior motion of our journey, you guys. Best believe we are warriors. We wear our scars very proudly. You know, it's not an easy journey. I'm going to keep going back to the Strength card. This is understanding the wounded warrior versus the healed warrior. And with the deceit card here, what I'm feeling is that a lot of people are ascending through this energy and really stepping into their healed warrior energy. Because look at this masculine again, looking at the white versus the black, right? It's the balance of polarity. This always reminds me of the High Priestess card as well, especially when the crescent moon is showing with the bird. It's understanding that you're following your intuition more than what your thoughts are telling you. Let me go back to this card right here that says, you know, the 8 of Swords is really about mental conflict and challenges. But with the Queen of Swords here, with the butterfly, you know, when the crown raises up to the sky, to me, it's you're receiving clarity and answers through the divine, and the butterfly is all about transformation. But look at that bird. There's another bird here, and birds are all about messengers. So this is understanding things that are coming in right now, because this is all about going home. Home is not a physical address. It's really about stepping into your authenticity, your true power of who you truly are. So I want to keep this really quick, and I want you guys to know something too. Like, I understand that I talk to a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines that are on the journey, and it's difficult because there's a lot of shadows and a lot of wounds that still haven't been healed. If you're still stepping in that motion of being codependent, really falling into temptations, any type of addictions, any type of lack, wounded, distorted energy, you have to remember that you have to really step into your inner temple and really trust and flow with spirit until you step into this understanding of who you are alone. Because when you are trying to grab onto someone else who still has that wounded energy, you guys are just in that karmic cycle. And that's probably the reasoning why you're back in this life once again in a karmic cycle, because you haven't learned the lessons yet. You have to understand that shadow work is a real thing. It's like therapy, but it's a little bit more in regards to the spiritual sense of things. And this is understanding the motion of forgiveness. Thank you for showing me this card. Number 33. I need to see that right now. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is the biggest tool you can use right now, and I'm going to say it in that way because we can use it as a tool, trust me. It's the biggest tool to really heal what needs to be healed in whatever energy you're sitting in right now. And it starts with self. You must forgive yourself and forgive others so you can let go and let God and go into what you need to get into to really step into your true power and your true authenticity, you guys. Trust the flow. Okay, thank you, Spirit, again. Emotional wisdom. There's a lot of emotions popping up here. And look at this, turquoise water, the 2 blue. Say what you feel. There's a lot of emotional purging. And you guys know I always said, like, The time is now. Speak now. Speak now. There's a lot of communication happening, a lot telepathically and a lot physically. There's a lot of energies coming forward, which is really beautiful because the understanding that you are an energy healer, another number 38. So it's just another confirmation, you guys, that this is really the energy that's here to really for you to step into your power and into your alignment in regards to who you truly are. It's difficult when you are in a situation with your divine counterpart and there is a lot of heartache. I know. Trust me, I know. But you have a choice to really master your gifts in such a way that you can understand the reasoning why things aren't the way it is before you realize that it's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen if you're following me. You have to let go of the control. You have to let go of that runner-chaser dynamic that people talk about all the time. You have to understand this is a sacred journey, therefore requires a sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Forgiveness, that purple, that energy here. And then we have call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. I'm happy that this came out because when I was going back into, your own power and understanding that this is that if you are a divine feminine, remember the order that I gave you with divine, divine feminine, divine masculine. You have to take the lead. And that's why the strength card is here again. Yes, divine feminine, sometimes it does suck that we have to be the strong one in this and the leaders of this. But it also doesn't suck because we are women and this is what we were born for and this is what we're created for, and that's why God gave us babies in our belly versus the men. I'm sorry, men, but it's the facts over facts over facts. We all have our role, but what I'm trying to say to you, divine feminines, is find your strength. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting that you can't do this journey by yourself without your divine masculine, because the only way you should be looking is up, not down. And once you look up and you rise into your own power and your divinity and understand that nobody is worth chasing and nobody is worth running from, because everything that we do is a mere reflection of self, then you'll understand that you have to be that sacred feminine that you were born to be in this lifetime, to step into your purpose and mission. And then the only way to do that is to take the action, to walk your talk, lead by example. Actions are everything. Nobody wants a coward that's just going to talk and not do anything. And I'm sorry to say it in that way, but it's the truth. The strength card originally is the one with the lion. And every time I think of the strength card, there's two energies that come to me: courage or coward. And like anything else, it's like the yin and yang energy. And this energy right here, let me tell you, this is courage, honey. This is the crown. These are my cards. There's a reason why I put this big ass crown for this actual energy, because that is your divinity. That is your heaven. That is your goddess. That is your sacred energy that we are here for. Divine feminines. I am speaking to us more than divine masculines because next year, 2020, is the rise of the divine feminine. It is time that we understand who we are. It's time that we come together in unity consciousness and rise each other up, except for push each other down. That has to end, especially in the collective energy, because we're all sisters. We're all working for the same boss. And it's like Charlie's Angels that we go, good morning, Charlie, whatever they say, I don't fucking know. But anyways, it's understanding that we have to work together as a team. And if you really truly desire divine masculines to rise up with us, to meet us at that point of divinity, of unity consciousness, of union, we have to take the lead into this journey first. There's a reason why there's two women twinning here on this card. This is the twinner card. Why isn't there a divine masculine and a divine feminine? Because it's really showing me here that you understand the motion of your power, divine feminine. You bring the divine masculine forward with the way you are. And it's not us. It's not really us. It's really God, because we're looking up. I hope that resonates. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you want to comment, please do. Other than that, I hope you guys are blessed. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's return home, and I'll see you guys shortly.